Hello, I'm Dr. Nathan Gellert. In this video about motivational interviewing, I'll be introducing the change concepts that underscore motivational interviewing. We're all used to thinking about change. It's typical to hear people talk about change too. Change is everywhere and is a natural part of life. Change is also talked about in professional settings. Counselors, social workers, clergy, psychologists, coaches, probation officers, and teachers all regularly engage in such conversations. Change often involves behaviors, such as quitting smoking or losing weight. But change also involves thinking patterns and beliefs, such as forgiveness or falling out of love. Learning motivational interviewing involves attention to the natural language of change, recognizing it and responding in certain ways. There are many ways to talk to someone about change. It's helpful to think about a continuum of conversation styles. At one end is the directing style, which involves telling someone what to do and how to do it. A person who is directing is in a position of power over the person they're working with. At the opposite end of the continuum is the following style. Listening is an important form of following. Listeners focus first on understanding the speaker and their worldview. The psychologist Carl Rogers was a pioneer of the following style, what he called person-centered counseling. Rogers would follow his clients wherever they went. In the middle is a guiding style. The guiding style combines the best qualities of the director and the follower. Like a tour guide, who learns about what the tourist wants to see and then shares expertise on places to visit, the guiding style involves listening to the client's worldview and their strengths and combining that with the counselor's professional expertise about mental health and change. Those of us who are natural helpers hate to see people suffering and struggling. We have a tendency to want to make things right, and make things right quickly. We want to fix what's wrong by taking the shortcut of telling someone what to do. Miller and Rolnick call this the writing reflex. It can come in the form of direct advice or questions such as, why don't you want to change? Why don't you try? What makes you think you are not at risk? How can you tell me you don't have a problem? In learning motivational interviewing, you'll learn to recognize and suppress this natural tendency. As we talk about change, it's important to remember that most people who need to change are ambivalent about doing so. Ambivalence is simply having mixed feelings about something. It's where people get stuck. You can listen for ambivalence by listening for sustained talk and change talk. Sustained talk is a person's own arguments for not changing. Change talk, on the other hand, is a person's own statements that favor change. Let's look at an example of ambivalence. Consider the statement, I need to do something about my weight, but I've tried about everything and it never lasts. I mean, I know I need to lose weight for my health, but I just love to eat. Can you spot the sustained talk and change talk? Here, the change talk is highlighted in green. I need to do something about my weight. And I know I need to lose weight for my health. At the same time, there's sustained talk. But I've tried about everything and it never lasts. And I just love to eat. As we talk about conversation styles, the writing reflex, and ambivalence, we can begin to put together a definition of motivational interviewing. Motivational interviewing, MI as I'll often refer to it, is a collaborative conversation style for strengthening a person's own motivation and commitment to change. Let's break that down a bit. Motivational interviewing can be brief or prolonged, and it may occur in many different contexts with individuals or groups, but it's always a collaborative conversation, never a lecture or monologue. It is more guiding than directing. Also, as the name implies, its primary purpose is to strengthen motivation for change, the person's own motivation. Being motivated is incomplete without commitment. You'll learn more about all these points as you learn motivational interviewing. As a final point in this video, I'd like to share a few pieces of data with you about the efficacy of MI. If you're going to invest time in learning motivational interviewing, then it's important to know that you're learning an approach that actually works. Since 1990, the number of scientific publications on MI has doubled every 3 years. There are more than 1,000 publications on MI treatment. Of those, more than 200 are randomized controlled clinical trials. Over 150 current research projects receive NIH support. MI is used in hospitals, schools, outpatient treatment centers for a variety of topics such as alcohol, substance use, smoking, diabetes, hypertension, diet, treatment adherence, HIV risk, dental health, training physicians, and counselors. Thank you for joining me for this video. In the next video, I'll talk about the spirit of motivational interviewing. Before learning about the techniques of motivational interviewing, it's important to learn about the mindset, the heart set of MI. Please click the subscribe button to receive notifications when new videos are published. And if you enjoyed this video, then please click the like button.